بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Since September 2019, the Islamic Education Trust Human Welfare Department has positively touched over 6,500 lives through its intervention program, the food aid program, the financial aid program, Qurbani meat distribution during Eid al-Adha, Widows Empowerment Program, the Orphan Care Program, and the Tree Planting Program. For this good work to continue and be sustained, we need your continuous support. Jazakumullahu khairan as we look forward to your generous donation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Viewers, you are welcome back from our short break. We have been listening to Sheikh Muhammad Isa Adil talking to us about the rise of a wife on her husband. And I would like to ask some questions in order to emphasize certain aspects of his presentation, especially when it comes to the issue of dowry. What is the minimum dowry now?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, the dowry, which is compulsory, the minimum dowry in the House of Islam now is 13,125 naira. That's the minimum dowry. However, we're not restricted in Islam that it must be the minimum. Whatever the husband to be can afford, he can give it out as a dowry. But we should note it that the lower it is, the more blessed the marriage. This is what the Prophet ﷺ told us.
Thank you. That means Islam encourages somebody, whoever wants to marry, to be prudent and live within his means.
Yes.
And thank you very much. Well, apart from the issue of dowry, what are the other conditions that can make a marriage to be genuine?
Yes, the Prophet ﷺ told us, "La nikah illa bi sadaq wa wali wa shahida adl," that marriage cannot hold except the dowry is given. Wa wali, and the wali who serve as the guardian for the wife to be, wa shahida adl, and two witnesses. So the guardian and two witnesses plus the dowry, that makes a genuine marriage in Islam.
Can you please go further by stating 7 rights of wife in Islam?
Yes, a wife has a lot of rights over her husband in the house of Islam. But one of the most striking ones are, number one, they should be prepared to feed her. They should be prepared to clothe her. They should be prepared to provide shelter and to satisfy her desire, which may even be more striking than the ones I mentioned earlier. At the same time, a husband should be polite unto his wife. And we even stated a verse at our earlier presentation. And at the same time, a husband should not expose the secrets of his wife. It's part of her right. Don't say, "No, she annoyed me, so I'll just say it anyhow." No. It's part of her right that you should not expose her secrets. And you should be jealous for her. That is, you see your wife dressing anyhow, or your wife relating with different types of strange men, and so no, there's no problem. No, it's part of her right, even if she doesn't know. It's part of her right that you should be jealous for her. And it's part of her right also to be just. Even if it's not more than one wife, just a single wife, justice means a lot of things in life. And justice is part of it.
Thank you very much. When it comes to the welfare of a wife, how can we distinguish between the rich and the poor husbands?
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already clearly stated in the Quran, وَمَتِّعُوهُنَّ عَلَى الْمُوسِعِ قَدَرُهُ وَعَلَى الْمُقْتِرِ قَدَرُهُ. He said, and ensure that you make them comfortable. Al-Musi qadaruhu, the rich should do it according to his means. While al-Muqtiri qadaruhu, and the poor should do it based on his means. So there's no issue, no room for comparison. No, so person was my classmate. No, he's my younger brother. So this is how he handles his family. No, if he is richer than you, that is not an issue. But maybe your wife should start nagging on that. That each one should do it based on his means. And the wives should also understand the realities of today is not hidden to any of us. So he should understand very well that this is what he can afford. However, if he can do better, he shouldn't also now say no, so long as she understands us or no. He should do better. When Allah opens more ways for you, make them as comfortable as you can. It's part of those things that will fetch great reward and Allah's pleasure for you in this world and the next world.
In order to get the marriage relationship right, there may be need for a sort of religious training, coaching, orientation between husband and wife.
Yes.
What can you tell us some reasons why this is necessary?
Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated it clearly in the glorious Quran. وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاسْطَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. And you should enjoin your family to always observe prayers, that is salat. And he said, وَاسْطَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا. And you should be persistent on that. Why? Because it is difficult. The scholars of Arabic language said, زِيَادَةٌ فِي الْمَبْنَى زِيَادَةٌ فِي الْمَعنَى. When you say wasbir, be patient, that is a lower level of patience as compared to wastabir alayha. Be very patient on that, because it is difficult for you to say, have you prayed? This time for prayer, I'm reminding you, it's a difficult thing. It's actually more so when you are not a kind of person that doesn't stay much at home. You're too busy with your business or your job. So it will be something that you have to have additional effort to ensure that your family observe prayers. That's one of them. The second one is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he said, كُلُّكُمْ رَاءٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٍ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. Each one of you is a herdsman, and each one of you will be asked with regard to his herds in the day of judgment. So you can't say you left your family, you don't take care of what, but you on your own, you are okay, you are religious, you will be asked in the day of judgment. This is what this hadith is saying. Another hadith is where the Prophet ﷺ said, the youth of Finnar, that person that is a pimp, who doesn't care about the religious behavior of his family. Finnar, he didn't say he will enter hell, he says he's already in hell. So he may, regardless of how religious he is, this is how serious the issue is.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Isa. Viewers, if you have been following us, we have been discussing issues relating to the rights of a wife upon her husband. Many wives actually don't recognize that they have rights. And many husbands do recognize this. And that is why to talk about all these rights are very, very important in Islam in order to create an atmosphere of understanding and peaceful coexistence. A type of marital arrangement that is characterized by true love, mutual trust, mutual confidence, and mutual cooperation. But without knowledge, this cannot be achieved. And that is why this type of program is very important, because when you consider that marriage is like a life wire of bringing children up in Islam, it is a legitimate way to bring children to this world, and therefore the couple must live above board. But this cannot happen. It can be far-fetched unless each of them understands his or her right, and at the same time try to get this right and try to give the right. It's like a law of reciprocal, give and take. That's what happens within the marriage. And today, in this episode, this fourth episode, we have been able to speak at length on what constitutes the rights of a wife upon her husband. What should we look for that a wife must get as a matter of right from her husband? And Sheikh Isa has taken us through all this, ranging from the issue of dowry. Some people just look at it and say, no, it's not important. It's very important because it's mentioned in the Holy Quran as stated. Therefore, for marriage to be legitimate, the issue of dowry must be involved. Also, the welfare of a wife is what a wife should be given. That welfare must be guaranteed within the means of the husband. That's what Sheikh Isa has made us to believe. Also, the right to decent accommodation within the means of the husband is very important, because Quran is project a sort of realistic approach to life. The Quran doesn't say you must do even if you don't have the means. Quran says when you have more, you give more. When you have little, give little. All within the understanding that yes, it is Allah who provides. And this welfare is not something a husband can take for granted. Also, Sheikh talks about other series of welfares, including living with the wife within the atmosphere of understanding. This is very important, so that both the husband and wife can enjoy a good relationship. And within the good relationship, you will expect children that will be Qurrata Ayun will come up, inshallah. Our Sheikh also tutored us on the other aspect of aspects, especially the religious aspect. Why there is a need for husband to give religious orientation to his wife. It's part of the wife's right. The wife must be in the position of no. She should not be ignorant, because if she's ignorant, she cannot perform her duty creditably. And this is very important. So the husband should not be so negligent as to keep his wife in the position of ignorance. Because if the wife is well informed, even the relationship will be better. So we want to thank Sheikh Isa for coming on this program, and we also thank our viewers for listening attentively to this program. Just as we said, this is fourth episode. Very soon we will come up with the fifth episode, inshallah. We hope you'll be listening to us, and we hope you enjoy the program. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.